Mongolia is one of the 20 largest countries in the world, but with a very small community of Catholics, numbering only about 1,500. The Catholic Church here began to take shape only 30 years ago. All the more surprising is the fact that back in 2013, a Buddhist woman found a wooden statue of the Virgin Mary among the garbage in a dump in the north of the country. Late last year, Mongolia was entrusted to the intercession of the Virgin Mary, and a mantle sewn from scraps was placed on the statue of the Heavenly Mother. Cardinal Giorgio Marengo told Catholic Inform about the history of the discovery of the statue, how the name was chosen for it, and what the mantle placed on it at the end of last year represents. Last year Mongolia was dedicated to the Virgin Mary. Could you tell us a story of the wooden statue placed in the cathedral? Is there any idea where it comes from? Why is it so important?
It is one of those big surprises of the Lord, because I firmly believe that through the devotion to the Virgin Mother, people are more attracted to the Lord. And I felt immediately when I first heard about the story of this statue, the particular meaning that it might have for our people. And I would say that after this enthronement of the statue that we did last December 8, at the presence also of the president of our Episcopal Conference, this feeling is confirmed. People are drawn to devotion to the Blessed Virgin Mary, and through the fact that this statue was found in their own country, somehow for them it is more meaningful. And I had asked the Holy Father which title to give to that specific image of the Blessed Virgin Mary, and he had given me this advice: you collect some options, then you send them to me, I pray over it, you pray over it, and then we decide. So I followed his indications, and when I met him last January, I had brought to him the list of different titles that I had collected from the people of God. And then he felt that the title of Heavenly Mother was the most significant, knowing how heaven and Tingir in Mongolian is so important for Mongolians. So we published a number of images of that statue with a prayer to the Heavenly Mother. And I can see that people are more encouraged to pray the Rosary, to know more about the Blessed Virgin Mary. And this summer there will be a Mariological week in June, offered to all the missionaries and the faithful, through which we will deepen a little bit our devotion and our theological understanding of the role, the unique role of the Blessed Virgin Mary. And the statue, I asked already one artist to give an evaluation, and he told me that there are more researches to be done, of course. We don't have really an idea how ever it came to be found in a dumping area. And the fact that it was found by a non-Christian woman was also quite meaningful for us. And that lady happened to be ill when we enthroned the statue. So when I paid a visit recently, a month ago, to Darhan, the city where the statue was found, I purposely went to see her. And she said, you know, I felt I was almost dying. And if I am alive, I'm sure it is because of that lady. And she's not yet baptized, but she said, I want to be baptized because I feel there is a link between me and that beautiful lady. So, I mean, through the witness of this woman, I think many other people would feel how close the Blessed Virgin Mary is. One of the other titles that we were considering to give her was Seeker of the Lost. Mary, Seeker of the Lost. Because she was found, that statue was found in a place of abandonment, you know, in the midst of rubbish, to give us the idea that no one is lost and nothing in life can be considered definitive or a separation from the love of God. Even whenever we see situations of despair or being excluded by the society, the Lord is there, and the Lord wants us to feel the motherly love of Mary through that image. And this year we have declared the year 2023 as a Marian year. The idea is to have a kind of long weekend. It's not really a full 7-day period, but 4 days in which we will invite a special guest from abroad, and he is no less than the Secretary of the Dicastery for Divine Worship, His Excellency Archbishop Vittorio Viola, who is an expert in Mariology as well as in liturgy, of course, and theology in general. So we will have every day 2 speeches from this expert, helping us to deepen our understanding of the unique role that the Virgin Mary plays in the Church and in history. Then we will have every day an online connection with different Marian shrines in the world. And we will listen to the witness of people in different countries. And then, of course, every day the celebration of the Holy Eucharist and an exchange of experiences among the faithful. So it will be from Thursday to Sunday. And then we will conclude the whole initiative with the solemn Mass in our cathedral. And during these months before the end of the year, the statue is traveling from one parish to another. So the different communities are welcoming the statue and paying a special attention to the Blessed Virgin Mary.
And what about the mantle?
We picked that idea from another shrine in Europe, and it was very meaningful because people were invited to donate a piece of cloth significant for them, out of which we prepared the mantle. So then everybody, while sending the piece of cloth, was invited to write on a letter that we prepared the motivation, why it is meaningful for you. And then the day when we consecrated Mongolia to the Blessed Virgin Mary, we picked some of these letters, and they were so touching because people were saying, well, this is like my apron when I cook for my family, and I want to offer to the Blessed Virgin Mary my daily work. Another one brought a piece of cloth from a beautiful dress, particularly dear to her, and so she said, I want to offer the beauty of my life to the Blessed Virgin Mary. So it was a way to manifest how the Blessed Virgin Mary is close to us, and every single moment of our life is important, and we can offer to the Lord through the Blessed Virgin Mary our sorrows and our joys. And I think this is well manifested by that mantle.